Good evening, all of you. Last time we have completed up to stem. Now we are going to study the leaf part. Switch on your video fast. All of you, switch on your video fast. Kirtan, it's okay. I told you. Switch off your video. Kirtan. Next part of the plant morphology, that is leaf. Okay. First, we have completed root stem. Now we are going to study the leaf part. Leaf, basically, okay, it has three parts. Leaf has three parts. First part that we call the leaf base, meaning what? This is the stem. You know, at the nodal region, the leaf is formed, right? Then next, the leaf base is what? The part of the leaf that attached to the stem. That part we called leaf base. After that leaf base, next part that we call the stalk of the leaf. This is the stalk of the leaf, right? That we call petiole. And then the green broad surface that we call lamina. In leaf, we are going to these three parts. First of all, we understand the leaf. Leaf is a lateral, generally flattened structure borne on the stem, dorso-ventrally flattened structure leaf. Next, after that, it develops at the node and it bears a bud in its axil. If you remember, last time we have discussed in the stem part, nodes are there on the stem. At node, leaves are arise, and at the axil of it, the bud is formed that we call axillary bud. And this axillary bud helps in formation of new branch on stem. In some of the cases, modifications also occur, that tendril formation, horn formation, right? Next, leaves originate from shoot apical meristem. Which meristem? See, in axillary bud, meristematic tissue present. In nodal region, meristematic tissues are present. Next, in apical stem, okay, stem, the tip part over here, meristematic tissues are present. So exactly which meristem that forms a leaf? Remember, apical meristem forms the leaf. Apical meristem that forms a leaf. How the apical meristem that forms a leaf, that we will study in the next chapter. That's the anatomy, in which the detailed study is given of this apical bud, axillary bud, so you can easily understand. But time being, remember, leaves originate from shoot apical meristem or stem apical meristem, right? Next, leaves are arranged in an acropetal order. Can anyone tell me acropetal? Do you know acropetal? Acropetal meaning what? At the base, आपने देखा होगा घर पे तुलसी में भी ये ट्राई कर सकते हो. At the base, broad leaves are present, and at the top, the newly emerged small leaves are there. So base older, tip part younger. So that type of arrangement we called acropetal. That type of arrangement we call acropetal. Remember, at the base older and at the tip younger, right? So leaf originate from shoot apical meristem and are arranged in an acropetal order. Can you give me what is the main function of leaf? Can you tell me that what is the main function of leaf? Ayushi. Ayushi. Zil.
Photosynthesis.
Correct. Photosynthesis. Right. This is the main major function of the leaf that we call photosynthesis. It prepares the food for entire plant body. So function is a vegetative organ. It helps in photosynthesis. So first remember leaves are lateral. Lateral, why we call lateral? Because this is the main axis stem. On that the branches or in some of them directly on the main axis, leaves are arranged. But these leaves are arranged on the sides, right? That's why we call lateral arrangement of the leaf. And it's a flattened structure, develops at the node. It bears a bud in its axil that we call axillary bud. Next, axillary bud that develops into a branch. Leaves originate from shoot apical meristem and arrange in an acropetal order. Next, now we are going to study the three main parts of this leaf. Typical leaf has these three parts. First part that we call leaf base. Leaf base is a structure which shows attachment of this leaf to the stem. So it's just a point. We can say that this point that we call leaf base, that shows the attachment with the leaf to the stem, right? Now, if you can make out over here with this leaf base, over here leaf base is there. Two lateral flattened small leaf-like structures are present, greenish color. Two small lateral flattened structure, greenish color. The structures we call stipules. These are known as stipules. Stipules, remember, not present in each and every plant. On some of the plants, stipules are present. On some of the plants, stipules are absent. Those leaves have a stipule. We called, note down, stipulate. See, each and every term, please understand carefully, because at the end, three families are given. Three families, okay, I ask everything to you in that given leaves, stipulate, in other one, exstipulate. So at that time, you should understand stipules are present, that's why that condition is given stipulate, right? Next, if stipules, these structures are absent, we called exstipulate. If stipules are not present, we call exstipulate. If stipules are present, we call stipulate. Right? So leaf base in the first, a typical leaf structure, it has a first structure, that's the leaf base. Leaf base that shows, it's a point structure that shows the attachment with the leaf to the stem. Next, with this that structure we call stipules. They are greenish in color, small leaf-like structure. Next, this stipules may or may not present with the leaf. If present, we call stipulate. If absent, we call exstipulate. Next, this leaf base, this part, okay, leaf base over here, this leaf base shows two types of modification. Leaf base shows modification in that, suppose this is the stem axis, over here the leaf is present. Now in legumes, meaning what, pulses, mug, chana, tuber, right? Those plants commonly we call the legumes, pulses. In that, leaf base becomes swollen. Leaf base peculiar feature is there, that is the swollen structure, and that swollen structure we called pulvinous. That swollen structure we call pulvinous. right? In legumes, leaf base becomes swollen and that structure we call pulvinous. Second thing, in case of, that's for remember legumes. Next for monocot. Monocot, in that, this is the stem axis. In monocot, very thin stem is there. Nodes are present. And here leaves arise from the node in a such a way that, okay, particular that leaf base, this much part, understand this thing carefully. Look wise, it is entire leaf, but no. Up to here, the part which is present or attached to the stem, this much part actually the leaf base. This much part, that is the leaf base. If you can clearly observe now, then over here venation is not present. You know, only on lamina part over here venation is present. So on the basis of that, we can clearly understand this is the leaf base part. Here the leaf base is expanded structure. Leaf base is expanded structure. So this is the first leaf, right? Then on other node, second leaf is there. Then third, then fourth. So can we observe the stem from outer side? Can we easily observe the stem from outer side when leaves arrange in this way? Yes or no? Tell me. Maitri.
No, ma'am.
Yes, we can't observe, right? We can't able to observe that. So that's why we can say that the leaf base is expanded, flattened structure. It, in some of the monocot, it covers fully the stem. In some of them, partially. In some of them fully, or in some of them partially, it covers the stem, right? Fully or partially covers the stem, and that we call sheathing of leaf base. That we call this thing that we call sheathing of leaf base, covering. Right? In first condition, that's the legumes. In legumes, remember, leaf base becomes swollen, so we call pulmonous. In second one, in monocot, leaf base form expanded structure, and this expanded structure either fully cover the stem or the partially from external surface. So that we call sheathing of leaf base. All of you clear this two term, pulvinous and leaf sheathing of leaf base.
Yes, ma'am.
See this. Can you make out here this swollen structure? Right? This is the leaf base pulvinous. This type of the swollen structure. This is a stem axis. See, now the leaf formation start over here. So leaf base is there, that is pulvinous. Next, sheathing leaf base. Sheathing leaf base. In that, यहाँ पे एक node है, understand करो. Over here one node is there, then second node. So leaf arise in this way. So यहाँ पे पूरा greenish color दिख रहा है. That is the, this much part is the leaf base entire, which covers the stem, that we call sheathing of leaf base. Is a flattened structure. Next, in this one also you can make out sheathing leaf base. Leaf originates from here. So this much part we call the leaf base, which covers the stem axis. Now the next part of the leaf that we call petiole, which is a stalk of leaf. Now, in some of the leaf, again same, petiole is absent. If petiole absent, we call sessile leaf. If stalk is not present, meaning what? This is the stem axis, and directly on the stem axis like this, the leaf arises. Leaf is formed. So we call, here stalk is absent, this type of stalk is absent. So we call this leaf sessile. And if stalk is present, we call petiolate. If petiole present, we call petiolate leaf. If petiole is absent, we call sessile leaf. Right? Sessile leaf, one of the example that calotropis. In Gujarati, we call akdo. Right? Next, we discuss in that petiolate leaf is there. So petiole, what is the role of the petiole over here? Can you tell me petiole is a flexible structure or very hard? Maitri? Okay.
Flexible.
Flexible. So petiole is a flexible. So when wind currents are there, leaves can easily move or flutter in this wind current, and that gives, by fluttering in the wind current with the help of this petiole, it brings the fresh air towards the leaf. By fluttering, okay, by moving in the wind current, by fluttering in a wind current, that petiole helps in bringing the fresh air towards the leaf surface, as well as by fluttering in wind current, it helps in to cool the surface. When temperature is very high, so it helps in cool the leaf surface area. This thing happens due to the flexibility of petiole. It's a long, thin, flexible structure, petiole, which helps in to hold the, with the help of the petiole, this leaf lamina or the leaf blade structure that remains open towards the sunlight. Right? It helps in to hold the lamina towards the sunlight for better photosynthesis. So petiole, remember, it's a long, thin, flexible structure, stalk of a leaf. It helps in to flutter this leaf in a wind current. Then next, it helps in to, by fluttering, bring the leaves, fresh air towards the leaf surface and cooling the leaf surface. This much you will have to remember for leaf stalk that we call the petiole. Third part of this leaf that we call lamina. This is the third one here that we call lamina or the leaf blade. It is greenish in color, as you know, which is a flattened structure, expanded part of leaf, in which this is the main vein. This is the main vein, which is a thick one compared to the other one. And after that, over here, from that the veinlets, further small branches of the veins are there that we call the veinlets. Right? So main vein, this is the main vein, and their branches are there. This entire structure we call vein system. That we call the vein system. This vein system is formed by mid vein or the main vein plus veinlets. Right? Now, when you touch the leaf, have you feel that on that leaf lamina, there's a, compared to that lamina, hard portion is there. in that lamina when you touch the leaf. Have you ever observed that when you touch any leaf, lamina part particularly, in that, in the lamina some hard region is present? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is the what? Their venous system. Now, if you have not observed, take any leaf, okay, take any leaf, and then, okay, observe that main vein region part, this mid vein and their veinlet part. When you observe this thing, this part comparatively, this part over here, no veinlets, here the veinlets are there. So when you touch this, you can make out this is the hard region. Why? Because in that xylem and phloem are present. In this vein, xylem and phloem are present. So here this vein system acts as a skeleton of leaf. You know, we need a skeleton to maintain our shape of body. Without skeleton, okay, no shape of body. So same way over here, to remain intact, open in a proper shape, skeleton of leaf is required, and that skeleton of leaf is what? This veins. Veins, which is a rigid structure in which xylem phloem is present, and due to this rigidity, leaf lamina that remains open. Right? Next. Next thing that's see, so xylem phloem is present. So xylem conduct. Can you tell me xylem conduct what? Water or food? Xylem conducts what? Tia,
Ma'am, water.
water and minerals, right? And the phloem helps in translocation of food. Phloem helps in translocation of food, and xylem helps in transportation of water and minerals. Remember. So that's why over here in leaf, food is synthesized. So phloem is present. Whatever food is prepared over here, that enter into this phloem and then start transferring towards the root. Next, shape of the leaves are different, right? In people leaf, if you have observed the people leaf, then people leaf shape like this on the top is different in this color, right? Next, banyan tree le lo, banyan leaf, oblong shape and this type of that. Then neem leaf, neem may be मीठो लीमड़ो, कड़वो लीमड़ो, right? मीठो लीमड़ो, smooth surface is there. In the other one, bitter neem, like this type of the margin is present. So in leaf, we can observe variations in their shape, variation in their margin. In some of them, this type of margin, right? In some of them, smooth margin is there. Then their apex region is also variable. Like in some of them, this notch-like structure. In some of them, pick-like structure. Then their surface, large surface, small surface, and extent of incision. Incision meaning what? Cutting. Incision meaning what? Cutting. Some leaf like a simple, like this, right? But some have this type of margin. This are we call cuts. Incision meaning what? Cuts. So this type of structures we call over here cuts are there. So in some of them, incision very deep, like this, ऐसे होंगे. In some of them, incision is superficial only, so like this. In some of them, no incision, the smooth surface. So extent of incision of lamina, surface, apex, margin, shape, this all thing get variable in different leaves. Clear है? Typical leaf structure, leaf base, petiole, and the leaf lamina.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone have a doubt? Shall quickly tell me. Stalk of the leaf we call. Stalk of the leaf we call. Arpita. Arpita. Unmute. Mic on करो. Jia.
Ma'am, petiole.
Petiole. Stalk of the leaf we call petiole. Next. What is pulvinous leaf base? Pulvinous leaf base. Ayushi. Ayushi, switch on your video. Maitri.
In legumes, when the leaf base becomes swollen, it is known as pulvinous.
मैत्री आपको पहले वीडियो ऑन करना है. Right. Leaf base becomes full and that we call legumes. Legumes नहीं हो, legumes. Remember. Right? चलिए. Next. Can you tell me anyone that what is sheathing leaf base? Arpita.
Yes, ma'am.
बोलो. What is sheathing leaf base? Kirtan.
Ma'am, sheathing leaf base, ma'am, when the stem is covered by the base of the leaf, then it is called the sheathing leaf base.
Leaf base become expanded and that covers the stem either partially or fully. That we call sheathing leaf base, particularly in monocots. Remember. Right? Now next. That's the venation. Next topic is venation. Venation, arrangement of vein plus their veinlets, small branches of the veins that we call the veinlets. So vein plus veinlets, how they are arranged in the leaf lamina, that forms venation. Only two types of venation is there. Either in a leaf, this is the mid vein, okay, main vein, and from that the branches arise that form a network like structure, right? So that we called reticulate venation. That we call reticulate venation. And second type of leaf in which this is the main vein and further the veins are there, they are arranged parallel to each other. So that type of venation we call parallel. One is a reticulate, other is a parallel venation. Depends on the arrangement of the vein and their veinlets. Two types of venation is there. Main vein. See, remember, according to the arrangement of the main vein and the veinlets, two types of venation, reticulate and parallel. Reticulate venation, network-like arrangement, parallel, that all veins arrange in that parallel to each other with a lamella. Next, reticulate venation, example, dicot. Most of the dicot have this type of venation. One of the example given, sunflower. Next, in monocot example, maize. Can you give me other examples of dicot plant we have discussed in first lecture? Arpita.
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo. And can you give me other example of dicot plant?
Mustard.
Mustard, correct. Good. Next. Other than the mustard, can anyone tell me? Bolo, Jia.
Ma'am, tulsi.
Tulsi, correct. Maitri.
Ram.
All grams, correct. Zin,
Me.
huh? Speak loudly. Zin, Jia.
Ma'am, the leaves of the people means
Neem
people
leaf,
tree.
correct, correct. Neem leaf, okay. So these all are there in which even banyan, people, ashoka, right? In all that you can found reticulate type of venation. In banana, banana leaf, right? Then maize, rice, wheat. In that you found parallel venation. This type of venations, two type of venation. In one, you can make out network-like structure over here, and then for the small branches there. Right over here, all veins are see main. That's the thick one, and then for the small branches. Right? Next topic, okay, that phyllotaxy. Next topic that I will take, that's the phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy meaning what? The arrangement of leaves. Arrangement. Taxi का meaning, taxis का meaning होता है arrangement, right? Phyllo meaning leaf. Arrangement, leaf. Arrangement of leaf on a stem axis. Arrangement of a leaf on a stem axis, stem or their branches, that we call phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy basically three types. Three types of phyllotaxy. In that, first type of phyllotaxy, first understand alternate phyllotaxy. Alternate phyllotaxy meaning what? You know, stem on that the nodes are there, and at the node leaves are there. So if at each node only single leaf arise, each node how many leaf arise? Only single leaf arise. Then we call, see here one leaf, then on other side a second leaf, then again third leaf, fourth leaf. If this type of arrangement, one on right, left, this type of arrangement, and each node single leaf arise, that we call alternate phyllotaxy. Clear? Which is what is alternate phyllotaxy? At each node single leaf is there, and that single leaf arranged in alternate manner, left, right, like this, right? Second thing, okay, meet will end soon. Please rejoin. Second type of phyllotaxy that we call opposite. First we have discussed alternate. Second, that's the opposite. If you can make out over here, see here at each node single leaf is there. That's why we call alter. In opposite, see at each node two leaves arise. This is the stem axis, and over here two leaves are there, right? So if two leaves at each node, that we call opposite phyllotaxy. Two leaves at each node we call opposite phyllotaxy. Single leaf on each node we call alternate phyllotaxy.